If you're dyslexic and you want to learn a second language, or you maybe need to learn a second language for school, is ASL the best option for that? And just for the record, I don't speak any sign language besides that. I learned that so I could do it for this video. But that's beside the point. More to the point is that I've seen a decently large amount of comments about dyslexic individuals and how ASL or learning ASL can be a really positive thing. And so I wanted to see what research I could find. And I found a little bit, but not a ton. First, on the Yale Center for Dyslexia and Creativity's website, I found an article where there was somebody who was dyslexic who learned ASL and had a really positive experience. And so they wrote an article about that makes it sound very promising. And then I found a master's thesis or dissertation and a doctoral dissertation that also both looked into various components of it. And the master's thesis in particular basically interviewed a bunch of dyslexic individuals who had learned ASL and asked them about their experience. And they found a few things. First, they found that the majority of them said, yes, my dyslexia still impacted learning this language, but also the majority of them said, learning this was a huge confidence boost for me, which that's really cool. But the other piece to this that I think makes a lot of sense, but it's also kind of funny that I think the researcher was a little surprised by, was that they said that finger spelling using ASL was still really challenging for dyslexic individuals. And the reason I'm not surprised by that is that the part of our brain that's responsible for matching letters to sounds, when you're dyslexic, that part of your brain struggles. And so regardless of whether you're signing the language or writing the language, it's still going to struggle, and therefore it makes perfect sense that spelling would still be hard. But for other parts of the language where you don't have to spell things out and there are actual signs for things, it seems like it's more positive. So that is what I found. It seems like it's potentially a good option if you're dyslexic, as in learning ASL is a good option if you're dyslexic, but I didn't find anything super definitive. I am curious though, if you're dyslexic and you have learned sign language, how was your experience with that? Was it positive? Was it negative? What did you think?